this. Be a top full of little ones, look like. And my grub coming across the top of it. I'm gonna drop it back down. There comes one. Oh, he got it. Did you see him come up? See, when that water temperature gets like it is right now, they should get real aggressive. Get ready to feed up for the winter time. There's my grub right there in the middle of them. There goes one of our baits. A big old stool of shad in there. And my boat's gonna move for it. Gets run and watch it. Got it right in a good spot. There you go. Barry Ray got him one. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it either. You're gonna do is you're gonna throw out there and you count it down. Usually you do 1001, 1002, 1003. Well, when you got Livescope, you can just usually watch your bait. I didn't see it that time. There it goes. All right. So I count it down where I want to stop. So I'm gonna do just real slow. See if anybody wants it. And you do that about 5 or 6 casts. And if that don't work, then the second thing you do is what you do, the old pull and drop. This is where you just let it fall. And you keep a semi-tight line, but you're going to want that bow in there. But you what I call control descent. So you're letting this line fall down at the same time. And if you watch me, I'm lowering my rod the whole time. And you watch that line will go thump. If that don't work, and you just pull it back up and do the same thing again, but you're keeping that control of that bait. Just like that. And they do that really like it, really in the spring and usually in the fall. Now I got in the top. But, keep it there. Yeah, keep it.
It's about time.
A little glimmer shad on there.
He knocked the snot out of it.
My bait's right in here. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to raise up and fall back down. But you're trying to feel every limb down there in that top. And when you come to a limb, if you feel that limb, you just let it fall back down. And most times what will happen is when you pop it over that limb like that, boom, you'll see that line jump. The other way, the fourth way that I fish is what I call the crawl. And that's throw it out there. Let it go through there. The bait get on down to the top. There it goes. Right there. Alright, then you're going to do a slow retrieve. And you're trying to do the same thing. You're trying to feel every limb down there. And when you feel that limb, and you feel your line hit them limbs first, and you just pull it up and just pop it over that limb. Pop it over that limb and just let it fall. So it's just a slow, steady retrieve. And then the last thing is you throw a grub out there, you just slow swim it all the way in. And that's the 5 ways that I do. So I always try all of them during the day to see which one they like the best. Here lately in the summertime, they like that crawl, that real slow. You know, one thing, I wish I brought my thermos full of coffee. There goes my bait. That's there, one of my bait right in there then. Got a little one. Yep, I seen him come out of there. Alright, we got one over here off a waypoint. It's a cone angle because you got to realize this has got a 20-degree wide cone. So at 10 foot out there, it's only 3.5 foot wide. So you go to 20 foot, then a 7 foot wide, and at 30 foot, it's going to be about 10 foot wide. So it's whatever cone angle you got to be in. There's one chasing, man. There he is. Little. I seen him chasing out there. Whoop. There's one. Alright, little one. I'd be a keeper. Found one, huh? Ooh, look at there. Ooh. All the way down to the bottom. Oh, there he is. Another keeper. I don't know, he'd be close. He'd be close. I don't think he's gonna make it though.
Check him. Maybe all of them wouldn't do it.
One's right in there. Where y'all at? There he is. I seen him come out after it, little. If anybody follows it up. Yep, there he was. Flat sides up here, and I started right at the very corner of it. Come out the belly. You want to make sure it's good and straight. So just like that. Then I'm going to turn it over and push that in. You got to make sure you bend your hook out a little bit, and then run it through. Now, when I run it through, I only want to feel that point. I don't want it to come all the way through. I want it, but you want to make sure it's dead center in that body. See, then I can just feel the point. You see him? You didn't.
On this other side, I believe.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to just ease it up. Slow. That one bumped it in. I did. There he is.
Sounds like a good one.
It is. That's a good keeper.
Hey.
What color was this one? What color's that now?
Glitter bug.
Look at that boy, one right out there like he hit it. I thought that hit it. He did. Look at him. Coaxed him. Coaxed him into it. That goes right back down there to it. There you go. Keeper. That'll be close. Got him at Lilith. On the little pinkin. Watch him go back down. And then there's your green screen. I like that amber. I like that amber better. Another dinker. Got a fish on there. hit it when it's going down, yeah. Maybe a bass. Big old slabberooski. That's a clam chowder one there. That's a crappie chowder one there.
That's it.
Well, landed right in it. There's one looking at it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at, there he is. He come up there and got it. Keeper. Looked like it may have been a bucket and just fell over.
There's something big moving in it right there.
Crappie. Be close. Be close. They go all the way to the bottom, and all I'm going to do is just real slow, real slow. Little bait coming up. Alright, the boat moves, so I'm going to let it fall back down. I don't really see nobody in there looking at it now. Bounced over that limb. We got him.
Short.
Be close. On those limbs on the other side of it. Still falling. That's a good one there. It's a good old good one here.
Man.
I'm gonna get it back here. Yep. What do you mean did I get him? I'm missing it again. I'm not gonna get in there where I want to be. And my line's around the tip of my rod. Alright, so see my line's still sinking, so it's falling over them limbs on the other side of it. So then what I'm gonna do when it goes always slack, and then I'm on the bottom, then I'm gonna reel it and lift it. There goes your bait. Until I can feel that first limb right there. There's the limb, and I'm gonna just let it fall back down. And then lift it up to the next limb. There, fall back down. If that don't work, then I do the slow reel. Right there's the limb, so I'm gonna let it fall back down. My bait's done out of the top. See, I come across the end of the top. I didn't come through the middle of the top. I had to come through the end. Just right there where I wanted to be too. Then we are about 30 foot from it. Pull our baits away from the top probably.
Get him.
I got him. Keeper. Bait's out of the top. I don't see nobody looking at it either. Yep. Come on, thump. You see, another good one. It ain't a bass. I believe it's a crappie. What is it? Oh, stripe. Dang, what are you doing in there? Hard as you hit. You take these things and flay them out and cut the red meat out of it and get you some boiling water. Put about a half a cup of salt in it. Take them things up and strip them into strips about like your finger right there. And boil them for about maybe 2 minutes. And then get you some stick of butter and melt it and put you some garlic powder in there. Mix it up real good. A little salt and pepper. You dip them in there, it tastes like a shrimp. Man, it's called po' boy's lobster. That's stuff I make it quite often too. I just look at the distance and figure it's 24 foot. You got to take 4 foot off from here to here. So it's out there about 20 foot. So I know it's pointing, and even if I'm sitting over here and you run it, I can still figure out where it's at. If you just, I'll say point it to the top, and then once you point it, I know where I need to throw. Because most time I'm looking for me something on the bank, a tree, or something like that to throw at as a reference point. I gotta get me another bait out. What color you want me to throw?
Whichever one
I'm gonna throw key lime pie.
That's the only color I've caught one on these, that green.
Old key lime. And you ain't even throwing it now? The only color you throwing it and you ain't throwing it?
Color don't matter. I'm just
It don't.
throwing that thing.
It's just whatever confidence you got.
I got confidence in all of it. He'll eat it.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Don't look